Hola, Mr.
Hola.
Pepper. Hola, hola.
From Barcelona.
From
Barcelona.
Barcelona. We just got back from such a cool tour.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We got to go.
Let's save that one for the end, though.
You want to finish? Best for last?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where are we calling in from this week? Barcelona.
Yeah, we are. We're in Barcelona, Spain for FESPA 2026. Really, so for those that know the U.S., have never been to FESPA. It's very similar to a Pretty United, where you have equipment manufacturers, you have promotional, you got textiles. It covers the gamut. Big show.
And big focus on personalization.
Yes.
I feel like FESPA always does personalization experience and content.
Yes. No, that was exactly right. And it's a whole activation there with it. And we got to see a lot of partners while we were there. What were some of the things that stood out to you about the show?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I enjoyed the venue. It was nice. We've been to Germany multiple times, so it was nice to be in Spain. I'd never been to Barcelona before, so that's been really fun.
It didn't suck, that's for sure.
It does not suck. Well, you can see we're sitting here in the sun, so the weather's been quite nice.
It is.
I think the big thing for me always at these shows is I like seeing, we're just talking about the negatives of this, but I like seeing the new technologies, some of the emerging companies, some of the startups. We met a company today that was exhibiting I'd never met before. And it's interesting to see everyone's angles. So I appreciated that. You know, I'm not a CapEx person. I don't buy printers. So I like to go around and see the new tech, but I'm fairly ignorant about it. But it's cool. Last night at dinner, we did this. We asked some people who do buy printers what they thought was interesting, and they told us.
Yes.
So I always take a little bit away on that side of the world too.
Yeah, we typically, especially when you walk around like a Taylor badge, they always get very disappointed when we're going to sell you a piece. Like, yeah, I'm not your guy, pal. Not that guy.
They don't let us near those decisions. Yeah, very smart.
Yeah, they don't. But it's lots of big equipment too. They really is pack it in there. I saw a lot of software providers.
Yes.
I think more than definitely last year. It seems like every year more and more Chinese and Asian suppliers are there.
A lot more of that. And we were having a conversation with a few partners about that. Some people who had bought their first pieces of Chinese equipment. And I mean, it does sound like, and this is true, I'm sure, for any equipment, it really varies in terms of quality and service model. And this is just my ignorance, but I hadn't thought about just having the local support. So I was talking to someone at dinner last night who was saying, this one company's been great because, the equipment itself is high quality, but they have support in my market. And so I can call someone in the UK and ask a question versus they had gone down the path with someone who, a company that didn't have local support and it was too painful. Yeah. So it's like buying a car. You want to live near a dealership.
You do. Yeah. You don't want to have any kind of service issues. But I have everybody I know that has bought Chinese equipment, they've actually had very good service level experience. Yeah. So I can't really talk about anybody that's had a bad one. I know that they exist, but everybody I know, they've actually had a very good experience with it. So I think that was just really interesting to me to see the number of providers there this year. It just seems like it keeps growing and growing and growing, and more people that we know are actually starting to buy that equipment. So I think that needs to put the Western and U.S. and European manufacturers on notice.
Yes, it definitely does. And I know we had some conversation with folks this week who are on that side of the fence and are very interested to see what those new manufacturers will be doing to market dynamics. Yeah. Same thing with software. So we're going to save the best for last, but we did just have an interesting conversation about just the fragmentation of the software market in this industry. And I do. Every time I come to one of these shows, I do find a new software provider. Oh. And for everyone that's exhibiting, there's 100 more that don't have booths.
Yes. It's almost like micro solutions that they're creating based off of problems that they've discovered for their own requirements. And it's compounding it. Yeah. That's going to be a challenge.
It is. I mean, I love the innovation. And as a small software company ourselves in terms of what we're doing, you get all these passionate founders and really forward-thinking teams who build really cool stuff. I love seeing that. I think that's a great environment. But the flip side of it is, I think we're confusing the market a bit. Yeah. And there's, especially within specific categories, there's just so many different solutions now. And it's what's going to happen next. Is there just going to be a reckoning of winners and losers? Is there going to be consolidation? Are the customers going to react and say, you all need to get your act together in terms of helping me decide? I don't know.
No. I don't either.
Yeah.
But it is one of those areas, though. We talked about this just a little bit ago, was the fact that analysis by paralysis, and we've talked about that on the podcast before too, is the fact that with all these different solutions that's coming to market,
Yeah.
It's making it much harder for people and business owners, executives, and leaders to make the right decision.
That's very true. Well, Rusty, that's our food. So let's pause here and let's do a separate recap on just what we finished with. That's good.
Well, I think we're good.
No, we're good?
Yeah, let's
We're gonna
go
keep
ahead, 'cause,
rolling?
it smells good though. So it's like, I will say the food here is really good.
Food
That was
here
a
is
really
really
added
good.
benefit.
Food has been
We
really
have not
good.
starved while we were here.
No, no one has gone hungry
Or
in
gone
Barcelona.
thirsty. We definitely have not gone
Yes.
thirsty.
No, very good. Oh, you mean the quality of the water, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Well, to save the best for last, we just got the experience to visit one of the main HP sites, which is about 30 minutes outside of Barcelona.
So they have 2 experience centers. This is one in Barcelona.
Barcelona.
And then there's another one in Alpharetta,
Yes.
outside of Atlanta,
Yep.
in the U.S.
So core HP, office space, R&D hub, used to be a big manufacturing center. We learned a lot about the history of Barcelona and a really core part of what HP has built. And I think they've been here for 40 years,
Since
I think?
80 something.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
So
40, I think
40
it's
some
44
years?
years, 40 years.
Right, and such a cool story about how they got the land. They made a deal and got the land for free in exchange for agreeing to renovate this old historic farmhouse, which is now a
All the
very
designers.
critical design lab for the consumer products of HP. So it's really interesting stuff. And I was joking with you that we should hire their office designers because, like,
I don't think that's a joke. I think it's real.
no, it's actually reality. I mean, whoever did that office was really, really thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very cool.
Oh, one thing that stood out to me was the fact that the breadth of all the different services and products that HP actually has and they support. It was crazy.
It was so cool. I mean, we obviously, being in the print industry, we think about HP as making printers, right? And they make some really big printers. We saw, was that Indigo V12? That is a monster. It's a monster machine. But as they were taking us through the evolution of their R&D, that's kind of what it felt like, right? Of all these different things that they've
And
built.
how brands are using them.
Yes. You're getting into healthcare and life sciences and 3D printing and what do you say, like aeronautics?
Mm-hmm. Big in solving big, complex challenges.
Yes.
And that was cool. I thought being able to see like the metal products on the 3D printing was just so cool.
It was so cool. 3D printing like industrial metal parts to printing casts and prosthetic limbs to scanning fabric to the, almost molecular level to be able to inform graphic design and apparel, like just really cool. Very inspiring tech. And they did an incredible job of laying it out to really be an experience center.
It was.
Yeah.
And while we were there was 15, it felt like 15 other tours that were in queue at different stages.
25,000
visitors every year.
A year, just to Barcelona.
Yeah. Just to see that.
Yeah, we were 1 and 2 of that.
And I would go back.
Well, you didn't get to fully experience the Ferrari simulator.
I did. I really wanted to.
I was like yanking you out by your ear, getting you out of there. Because they were like, get out. We got another tour coming in. I know, you can get kicked out. But it was super cool. Anyone who has the opportunity to come and visit an HP Experience Center like this, especially Barcelona, highly recommend.
Definitely a good excuse just to get into Barcelona.
Yeah, I want to come back. It's great.
Anyways, we're at now 8.5 minutes. Well,
8.5
let's wrap
minutes.
it up. And
the pizza is staring.
I know, it's like, I need you in my belly.
Need you in my belly.
This was a great experience. And,
it was. Cheers to the next FESPA in Munich.
That's right. Munich April next year. And actually beautiful Munich, where we just were just a few months ago for OPS. So
that's very true. Back to Germany.
Exciting. Anyways, cheers, everyone.